What is up, guys? We're going to be going into gear sets for Falcon Lost versus Clear Skies. The bonus/talent comparisons, how the roles are meant to play, and everything like that. At the end of the video, we'll talk about how the developers wanted to take this, how I think it actually went. There will be an annotation showing you the other video, which dives in-depth into Clear Skies, and actually has a photo from the Twitch stream today. 4 photos of each of the gear sets you guys can go look at, too. What is up, guys? We went over Clear Skies, what they do and everything. I know if you don't want to listen to me talk about it, I just listed everything they do right here on paper. I'm going to do a Falcon Lost versus Clear Skies kind of comparison and everything. So Falcon Lost had 4 very distinct roles in my mind. It had a tank, it had a DPS, it had a sniper DPS, and it had a lone wolf class. They really, a lot of people don't think so, but they really made you focus on what you wanted to. So like the Tactician's Authority, which I have had a video on, you really focus more on skill power on a tank. You can do damage with it too, but you lack damage and everything. So we're just going to go over the talents for the Falcons versus Clear Skies, and you just see, it seems like they spent a lot more time, and they were a lot more dedicated to the Falcon Lost gear sets than they were in Clear Skies. And to me, this is just apparent from the talents and what the talents do and what the bonuses do before the talents to help. So the first talent is Strikers. Every consecutive hit deals 1% more damage. Stacks up to 100 times, 100%. Missing a shot drops it by 2%. Bonus is reduced by every 1 second. This is a pure DPS. It has plus 20 enemy armor damage and plus 100% crit. This is a SMG assault rifle DPS dream. You go in, you can go from 150,000 DPS to 300,000 DPS and just shred the shit out of everything. Really thoughtfully put together. The talents complement the bonus complements the talent. It's perfect. Path of the Nomad is a lone wolf. You're by yourself, you're running around. Plus 50% scavenging, plus 20% on HP. When receiving fatal damage, you are instead healed for 4 HP, can occur once every 10 minutes. Lone Wolf class, plain and simple. Tactician's Authority is a tank, its skill power, plus 4,000 skill power, 20% haste. And then every 66,000 damage, you get 1% skill power, 100% stack. And then it's reduced every single 1 second due to legendary damage. Tank. Easy. Sentry's Call is a sniper / DPS. Because you get plus 30% damage, you get plus 20% damage to elites. Headshots mark the enemy, increasing the damage inflicted on target by 15% for a duration of 10 seconds each, and can stack up to 3 times. So you have the possibility, just in this, to get 45% damage inflicted, plus 20%. So you're looking at 65% to enemies, to elites, and then another 30 for a headshot. So you're at 45 for the talent, 65 with damage to elites, and then 90% for headshot damage. So you have a total of possibly doing 90% extra damage just for a single headshot. So I went over the Falcon Lost ones quick because everybody knows what it does. Falcon Lost bonuses really complement the talents. It was well thought out. For example, sentries. You get 45% for a headshot. You get 20% damage to elites and plus 30% headshot damage. So the talent wants you to get headshots to mark the enemy, which SMG or anything can do. And then the headshot damage is already plus 30%. So as you do the headshot, you're already doing plus 30% damage, and then you don't give another 15% damage buff. So this is good for just DPS or snipers, since snipers aim for headshots, but really DPS characters, because they can just run around the map, spray really fast, and then just smash it home on the elites. So as you can tell, we have Striker for DPS, Path of the Nomad for Lone Wolf, Tacticians for Tank, and Sentry for Sniper / DPS. They were clear set. The bonuses really complemented the talents complemented the bonuses. It was beautiful. Now we'll go to the Clear Skies incursion. Let's just go over these a little in depth. Hunter's Faith, I marked as a sniper, DPS, tank, and here's why. Plus 20% damage, marksman rifle crit damage for a sniper. Plus 20% damage to each, which can be a sniper slash DPS build. Hitting an enemy with a bullet grants you temporary armor. The further your shot, the more armor you get. The armor disappears after one bullet. After thinking about this, that's a really good talent for a DPS slash tank. Because if you're just switching shots, that's just going to keep perking non-stop. So you don't get the extra armor. How much armor hasn't been revealed yet. But you are going to get quite a bit more armor. So Hunter's Faith can arguably be called the lone wolf role in this game. Just because you've got the marksman in there, you've got the sniper rifle in there, you've got the DPS in there, you've got the tank in there. It kind of has all three. It would be really good for a tank in general, I think, just because it does more damage to elites. The marksman rifle crit damage, I wish wasn't in there. I wish it was just straight crit damage. And this would be a DPS tank slash lone wolf. But since they did put the marksman in there, you've got to have some sniper role in there. So it's just kind of a mutt of everything. I wouldn't call it lone wolf, because there's really no lone wolf like Path of the Nomad, which is healing and stuff, for self-healing. But it's definitely kind of a mutt of everything. So if you're really not sure what you want to do, or what you want to be in-game, get Hunter's Faith, and then you've got everything. It's just kind of a shit fest. So final measure would be the equivalent to Tactician's Authority. You get plus 50% exotic damage resilience, which is a joke. You get plus 15% protection from elites, which is beautiful. Then the talent, which is ridiculous. When damaging a hostile with a grenade, you gain the Diffuse buff. When in range of a hostile grenade, the buff is consumed, diffuses the grenade, and gives you a grenade. So you're going from a playstyle where grenades are butt shit crazy from like Rikers and from Last Man Battalion, and they'll one-shot you almost, or at least three-quarter shot you, to having a diffuse buff that encourages you to sit inside of a grenade. So you sit inside of a huge damage pack. Now, if something malfunctions with this talent, if it gets used and you don't notice it, because you're not paying attention in a firefight to your buffs half the time, and you just sit inside of the grenade, you don't die. So I think reinforcing what used to be a negative into a positive of saying, hey, final measure, sit inside a grenade, is kind of a stupid talent. It's just putting you in harm's way where you shouldn't be. It's not like you're going to run across the map to go sit in a fucking mortar shot or anything. You're not going to try and run into the guy's grenade. Sure, it can be nice for like an insta-save or something. I don't get why it's a talent, though. In my mind, even in Clear Skies, which has a SAM turret shooting at you, and you can defuse them, I just don't see a lot of people just sitting in grenades. So Lone Star is going to be the equivalent to Strikers, in my mind. It's a DPS class. You get plus 100% ammo capacity, plus 1,000 LMG/shotgun damage. So this is more focused on LMG/shotguns. When the weapon is holstered, it regains full ammo, so it auto reloads. This is a super simplistic talent that I think could have been done more. Let's say when the weapon is holstered, it regains full ammo and has like a 10% possibility of not using your ammo to reload it. So it gets a free reload, has a 10% possibility. Just something to make the talent feel more. Like, I get that in an LMG shotgun scenarios, they reload super slow, so this is amazing. But again, a lot of people don't use LMGs and shotguns because they're not that good. Now, 1,000% damage may make people rethink it and want to use it, but I can see a lot more SMGs/assault rifles using this for the 100% ammo capacity and just being able to whip out weapons non-stop and just dealing damage. I also see this destroying in the Dark Zone. In PvP, reloading can be the difference of life or death. If you never have to reload, you don't have to decide between life or death. You don't have to try and find a place to reload. You just switch out the fucking weapons and blow the motherfuckers away. That simple. Next is going to be Predator's Mask. Plus 20% optimal range, plus 800 assault rifle damage, plus 700 pistol damage. Hit 10 shots without switching targets to make the target bleed 100%. Damage already done by those bullets. So if your 10 bullets do 200,000 damage, he's done bleed for 200,000 damage. Bleeds usually last in this game from 2 to 5 seconds. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be a 4-second bleed. So it would be really good for bosses. If Clear Skies takes Falcon Lost boss, which can't take physical bullet damage, this is a fucking worthless talent. When you're in a fighting scenario, yes, you're focusing on one target, but if one bullet goes astray and hits an enemy, there's no targeting system in this game, so it's going to reset your 10 bullets. If there was a targeting system like in an RPG, where you target one enemy, and then the other ones can take damage, but it doesn't matter because you're targeting him, this would be a different story. But there's no targeting system in this game. You just aim. It's an aiming game. Why they put switching targets cancels this out, I don't understand. If you hit 10 shots on an enemy, even if it's 2 different enemies, bleed the first one who took the damage. There's no targeting in this game. You just aim. You target at an enemy, but the bullets can go astray and hit an enemy behind them, and you get reset. I don't know what they were thinking about this, especially in something like Falcon Lost. You switch enemies a lot, and you spray sometimes, so the talent will never happen. So when we go over this, Falcon Lost, bonuses and talents complement each other like gods. They are perfect. They have a reason. The roles are clear. The talents impact the role you're playing. A tactician should never be DPS. That's why he is skill power. A striker should never go for skill power. That's why there's a tactician. That simple. If you want to be a lone wolf, they made Path of Nomad so you can be a lone wolf. When we go to Clear Skies, final measure, you get the resistance and protection. The grenade gives you a grenade. If they would have switched Hunter's Faith talent with Final Measure's talent, they would be perfect. Because the Hunter's Faith is more of a lone wolf, which a grenade would help a lone wolf. Whereas Final Measure is more of a tank, so that taking a bullet gives you temp armor would definitely help Final Measure a lot more. Lone Star is perfect, but I don't see why they put LMG and shotgun damage. They should have just put like plus 1,000 damage for your weapons. Just plus 1,000 weapon damage. So your pistol, everything gets plus 1,000 damage. Which would make it more of a DPS. When they talked about these gear sets, they said that they wanted clear roles defined, unlike Falcon Lost. However, when you're actually looking at this, and the time I spent looking at this, guys, I see Falcon Lost more clearly representing certain roles, such as DPS, tank, lone wolf, and sniper, whereas Clear Skies, I see talents that should have gone with a different set of talents, bonuses that should have gone with a different talent that should have gone with a different bonuses. It's kind of like they didn't pay attention, they just do this together. Hunter's Faith talent should be switched to Final Measure. Makes sense. Lone Star, I don't see why they're trying to limit you to an LMG and shotgun. Sure, they reload the slowest, but why are you giving me extra damage? Just give me plus 20% extra damage. Just give me something that I don't get constricted to one weapon classification. Considering this should be a DPS role, and you're giving me a fucking LMG and shotgun. LMGs and shotguns are not DPS. LMG can be, but a shotgun is not. Assault rifle SMGs are the main DPS weapons in the game. So that's to say assault rifle and submachine gun plus 1,000 damage. In my mind, Division did not spend and put in as much effort as they did for the Falcon Lost gear sets as they did for Clear Skies. This is really bad for this game too, coming off of the developers being super salty and rude to the community for using an exploit that they never fixed and everything and all the issues that they have and not fixing the main issues, fixing side issues that no one gives a shit about. So coming off of how salty the community already is and how 50-50 Predator's Mask can be interpreted, if the end boss cannot take physical bullet damage, Predator's Mask is worthless in the incursions. so no one's gonna use the fucking gear sets. Period. It's not gonna be worth it. Can't help at the end boss, why do we need it? So I definitely think that if the Clear Skies and Falcon Lost gear sets would flop, it would make a lot more sense. Falcon Lost, the gear sets from Clear Skies look like Falcon Lost. Not a lot of time put in, not a lot of thought. The Falcon Lost looks like what Clear Skies should be. Bonuses complement talents. There's clear roles. You have to do this. Tacticians are tanks. Strikers are DPS. Paths are lone wolves. Yada yada yada. It seems like these should have been switched. Even though I do like how the Clear Skies has a checkpoint. And it gives you like the missions due for challenge mode. It gives you a beginning area to see if you're worthy. I do like that. I like the overall way that the Clear Skies is set up so far, since it does have checkpoints. However, I don't think the gear sets represent the way Division should be going. I think that Falcon Lost was some badass gear sets that would have made more sense in Clear Skies, and Clear Skies gear sets would have made more sense in Falcon Lost, since they don't complement each other very well at all. You can clearly tell that talent should be with a different set of bonuses for sets, because they just make more sense. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, it's almost like these two should be flipped for gear sets, from how everything looks. Thanks for sitting through the video, guys. So I think overall, Clear Skies gear sets, like I said in the video, seem more like Falcon Lost gear sets. They should be switched. I don't think Clear Skies gear sets clearly represent what the developers wanted from this. They want strict roles, strict gameplay, strict weapon usage, and everything like that. I feel like Falcon Lost more embodied what the Division is than Clear Skies. Clear Skies kind of embodies a half-finished game, not thought out, just rushed out, which is what I expected from Falcon Lost. The Clear Skies Incursion, from what I saw, though, represents what I want. It has a beginning area to know whether you can do it, unlike Falcon Lost. But the Falcon Lost gear sets represent where I want Division to be heading. And it kind of took a back step for gear sets for me, but a forward step in Incursion building for me. Now, as we go on, we'll wait and see what the Incursion looks like. And I'll look at the Incursion and actually go through and see what it's about when it comes out. And see what you beat, and I'll upload a video on the Incursion. And just see how the gear sets affect the Incursion. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like the video. If you have any comments, questions, just anything, just go ahead and post a comment. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more great videos. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday with great content, even sometimes another day, depending on how many videos I have. Have a great day, guys.